Morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. It's been a little while, a little while since we did some Pacifist Mario, and we've still got more games that we need to do for that. So we're going to do some games for that. Or, a game for a little bit. Mario Land 2. Something 6 gold coins, or maybe just actually, what is it called? Hold on. Super Mario Land. Yeah, Super Mario Land 6 gold coins. Yeah, okay, yes. Wonderful. Cool. Anyway, we're doing that. One of the, I don't want to say lesser known Mario games because he's Mario. People usually know. But an underrated one, if nothing else. This is a Game Boy game, and I find those there's been a boom in retro games lately. Game Boy doesn't get as much attention as the other systems, though. Hey, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Bella's climbing on me. Give me a second to turn off my air conditioner so I can hear better. Okay, this seems aggressively quiet. Weirdly. Okay, yeah, so... Okay, so I turn it up that loud. Is it just... Big, can you hear the game? Because I can't. And I don't want it to be blaring. Oh god. I bamboozled you, I'm sorry. Enable sound, right? Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna crank it way up, so just brace yourself. Okay. How do you feel about that? How's that sound to your ears? So I can finally hear it, and I don't want it to be it's a Game Boy Color game. The music doesn't need to be the star. I would just like to be able to hear a little bit, or you guys to hear a little bit, if at all possible. Okay. Hey, good. Thank you. So yeah, in case you're not familiar with the proceedings, I'll maybe turn it on just a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Because to some extent I can tell. It seems like the game got louder once I got into a level. Because if I keep my volume the same, I can hear it coming out, and I only ever shift back and forth between two volumes in OBS, so that way, consistently, I can usually tell how loud it's going to be. Alright. I mean, a lot better than I used to be able to. Oh man, that just feels right. I think I've said this before, this is a very good Mario game. Nobody ever plays it. So yeah, if you have access to a Game Boy emulator or something, I do recommend playing it. I don't foresee this being too much of a challenge, but bosses are all... Why would I ever grab a star? Why would you ever grab a star? What's wrong with you? Okay, good to go. You know what it was? This game is so much fun, I forgot what we were doing. I was just kind of like going through the level normally. Just enjoying myself. The turtle despawned, we didn't... See, he came back, he's alive. I forgot you get a spin jump in this game. This is crazy. It has been a long time. I was thinking like, game, this isn't Mario World. How do you expect me to get in there? Okay. Oh, man. It's very tempting just to... Oh my god, at the bottom of the screen... Hold on, I gotta test that. What are my save? Or my... Do I get hotkeys for save states? Hold on. I do not. That's fine, it shouldn't be much of an issue. Quick save. So, at the bottom of the screen, there's like a Goomba face and 0, 0. Does that keep track of how many enemies you kill? Oh, it does! Oh my god! That's good. Oh, that makes this whole thing so much more straightforward. That makes my heart happy. I mean, don't get me wrong, like we're gonna be killing the same amount of dudes, but it makes my brain happy when it's like right there on the screen. Ooh. Wonderful. I'm mostly just surprised that this game has that feature. Like, that's a weird thing in a video game to keep track of how many enemies you've stepped on. And this is the fun part, because in this game you've got 6 different worlds, I believe. I mean, 6 gold coins. I think you get all 6, then you go fight Wario. And this is actually the very first game with Wario in it. This is his debut. The story is, as while Mario was over in the Mario Land 1, away from home, this is Mario Land. Like, this land is Mario Land. He owns it. He owns this. And when he was gone, Wario came and took over. And now he's throwing him out of his house. But to get back into... Okay, but yeah, like the weird thing is to get back into Mario's house, you need the 6 gold coins, which you would think Mario would have an easier way to lock and unlock his home than 6 medallions, but I'm not going to tell him how to live his life. All I'm saying is, apparently it didn't work. Anywho, right? Oh, yes, anyway. We've got choices in regards to where we go. And this game has some really fun levels and creative bosses. They're like... The Mario Land games have a lot of, games, I say. There's 2 of them, really. And there is a 3rd one, but it's... Mario Land 3 is Wario Land 1. So only the first 2 you play as Mario. So I should say... the land games. Because 3, even if you're playing as Wario, fun. Really fun. Hey, hey, thank you for the bits. Seriously, thank you. You're a good guy. Appreciate you for that. I can about tell you where that money's gonna go towards, but it,
Love the lore. 3-9 ham. 3-9 ham. 3-9 ham.
3-9 ham. One sec, my family's yelling at me. I'm gonna thank you again. Just give me a moment. Okay, came back. But no, thank you very much. 3-9 ham. Indeed. But, Mario Land 1, as bad as the I mean, okay, I don't want to say the graphics were bad, but it was early on in the Game Boy Color's lifespan, and, the sprites were just teeny tiny. It was a Game Boy screen, and even with, like, on the Game Boy screen, like you can see here, the enemies in Mario take up a good bit of space. In that game, they're just teeny tiny, so you can't really, like, if you have access to 6 pixels of room, you're not going to make a good sprite. And besides that, the enemies were all really creative, and a lot of them, most of them, you don't see in any other Mario game ever, which is interesting to me, because then this game happened and they did the same thing, a lot of things that you never see again. And then Wario Land, a lot of new things you never see again. And I love that. Keeps the fun platforming of Mario, having a good time. It's like, on a fundamental level, Mario games just play and feel they're really well built platformers. I know that's not saying a lot, but I mean, it's just a well-made platformer, and within that, they mess around with new enemies and stuff. And I think that's all you really need, you know? Because once you got the gameplay down, like, stop messing with it. B. Jonas, good morning. Hope you're doing well today. I am about positive this isn't going to happen just because bosses. I didn't look up. Usually I'll look up to see if I will do some research. Because in some Mario games, the bosses don't die. Like, a good example of that would be like the Koopalings or Bowser. They appear in later games. You beat them, but they don't die. So we don't count them. But like I was just saying, the bosses in this game don't reappear later, so I'm going to have to look that up. Maybe like put an asterisk next to the boss kills, just to see. But besides that, I think we actually stand a pretty good chance of only having to kill the bosses. But we'll see. The heads, like in the Halloween spooky level. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't put any thought into this, so we're gonna cross that bridge when we get to it. It should be fun though. I've done this with Yoshi's Island, Mario World, Mario 3, and Mario 2. And we've come up with some really fun, creative ways around killing things, like things that took us like an hour to figure out, and then we did it, and I was cheesed about it. Real enemies, I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of terrifying. I was just playing a video game, I wasn't expecting to actually get in a throwdown. Okay, well, like I said, we're gonna cross that bridge when we get to it. I've got a squirt bottle, and a flashlight. Oh yeah, alright, we'll be fine. Oh man. But we're gonna see how that goes. Flowers are just a liability in this thing. Oh yeah, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I said good morning, but yeah, welcome to chat, B. Jonas. Hope you're doing well today. Taking care of yourself, you know? We're mostly doing this just as a fun challenge because I like playing old games, but you know, you play them enough. Does the slide thing work in this game? No? Actually, hold on, if I turn around. No, alright, well, fine. I could get hit by the turtle, but it'll be alright. It's fine. I gotta not get distracted if we're gonna do this at a reasonable pace. I mean, when I'm calling this a pacifist run, the Mario games I've listed so far, none of them we've done 0 kills on, unfortunately. The goal is to get as few as physically possible. So I will try anything I can think of to get around it, but if it is required, I will mark it on the bottom right of the screen. You got the kill counter going on. And we'll finish the game. The goal is to get just as few as possible. I would bet money we're not going to be doing this 0. But you know, we're just having fun too. Whoop! Okay. But at the same time, once we finish... Still alive! Just gonna wait for him to come back to life just so I feel better about myself. Awesome. You know, like if you send a man to the hospital, you can at least visit him, you know what I'm saying? Make sure he's okay. That's all we were doing. You can do only those 5 kills. Okay. Reasonable. And like I said, the world of Mario is really weird. So things that you wouldn't think count as a kill, I count. And just like piranha plants. If you went out in your yard right now and you picked a flower, that wouldn't be considered murder. But in Mario, they're like sentient creatures. They respond to you. They'll turn to face you. They spit fire at you. They are self-aware and they know you're there. And in my mind, if something has thoughts and feelings, it counts. Like thwomps. In most Mario games you can't kill them, but in some you can. And they're alive. Like, they're made out of stone. They still count as a kill. You know what I mean? Like, in the real world you wouldn't have to sweat killing a statue, but like I said, Mario is weird. Oops. So we're gonna see. We will see. We did pull off some pretty slick stuff for some of these games, like Yoshi's Island. I was proud of. We ended up with a really, really high counter, just because some of the boss fights. Marching Mild himself, because he kept splitting up, 16 kills, 1 boss fight. It was disgusting. Prince Froggy, I think was 9, either 8 or 9. I think 9. Some of those other creatures that were magically turned to flower. Yeah, like Bob-ombs. Canonically, they're made out of metal. They're made of metal and they're full of gunpowder. They still blink and talk. So so there's like a lot of gray area. And before I've had to stop progression and discuss with chat just to see what counts and what doesn't, and like decide as a group, because I'm not trying to cheese it. I really do want to make sure I do this legitimately. So like I'm not trying to get out of things. I just want to see like what people count, you know, like if I feel like one thing but you guys feel like something else, I'm willing to bend on that. Just want to make sure I do this the right way. 1 second. Oh yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ouch. Yeah, I commented that on that at the first level. It was so interesting because like that's not something you really see in a game like this. Like it keeps track of how many dudes you kill. That's weird, but it makes my brain happy because if I beat a level and it still says 0, I mean, there's no doubts about that. That's pretty definitive. Right. Well, like I was saying before with Mario 3, Hammer Brothers and whatnot, like, we don't know what their lives are like. Like, Bowser's not a good dude. Would you be surprised to find out that Bowser was, like, threatening their lives or their families? Right. You know what I mean? Like, if that Hammer Brother throwing hammers at me is what he needs to do to save his family, yeah, sure. You throw as many hammers as you want, buddy. Take care of your family. I'm still not going to kill him, but I understand, you know what I mean? Oh god, my bitrate is tanking. I'm sorry. It may clear up here in a sec. I apologize for that. Oh god, okay. A little bit of a hiccup. Because like I said, we don't know if we're counting bosses or not because we don't know if they die or not. I'll have to look into it. The thing is, this boss spits out a living thing that comes back to him. So if this does count as a kill, it'll count as 2. Or more. He just spits them out. Oh my god, I thought there was just 1. Like I said, it's been a long time since I played this. Okay, well this... Well... I mean, there's, like I said, there's nothing we can do about it. Buddy? Stop it. Really? Really? As far as I have to test to see. I'm worried if I bump into those enemies from the top, they'll die. That's what I'm concerned about mostly. If I was thinking I would have tested it. It's okay. Because underwater, Mario, even if he hits stuff from the top, it rarely ever kills stuff. But that was what I was concerned about. I mean, I could just make a save state and test it, then go back. I mean, nothing wrong with finding out. Alright. No! Speaking of save states, why am I not? Unfortunate. Yeah. Let's just do one right here because, like I said, I want to play well and have fun and have this be entertaining. And if making a save state means we can try many different things, because it's less about whether or not I'm physically capable of pulling something off and more about I want to see what is and isn't doable. And besides that, making you guys watch me play the same level over and over and over again, that's no fun either. So we're just having fun here. Jackson, good morning, I love you. Remember, if Jackson ever needs like a kidney or anything, just let me know. Or heck, not even if he needs one, if he wants one, just hit me up. interesting thing here, if you've played Mario Land 1, the final boss, Tatanga, reappears as a regular world boss here. You don't kill them, you just bounce right off them. Unless they pin you against the ceiling, in which case. Buddy, stop it. Do I have to like knock you on the head? Because you are very close to the top of the screen. Why are you like this? Wait, one. What did I kill? Hold on, what did I kill? It keeps tracking between... What do you guys think? Because I restarted the level and we missed that dude, but the counter still says 1, and I don't know how to feel about that. Should I start over? Let me know. Up to you guys. Like I said, we're still just trying to have fun, and I don't want it to be like, I don't want to be dumb about it. How did I beat this guy before? Because, aha! Alright. What do you say, Big? I want to get a general consensus. Because I say I don't want to reset, but... Oh, by Turtle Zone. Turtle Zone's the first one I went to because it's one of my favorites. Unfortunate. Because this is the way I've done it for other games. It's just having it... Well, he didn't explode. See, in the Mario universe, that's actually very fortunate. Okay, so... Falling off screen and dying... only with permission. Falling off screen and blowing up are two entirely different things. So like I said, here's what I'll do. I'll keep two separate counters. One without boss kills and one adding, well, including boss kills. And after the stream, I'll look up just to see. Yeah. And then next time I hop on here for more Pacifist Mario, I'll let you know. Yeah, that sounds about right. And what we've been doing is... after I finish up a game, I speak with Shiny, Strong Style Shiny. He's the Hive's resident Mario expert, Mario Man. And I discuss with him to see any new strats. I go over every kill that was required, and we brainstorm to see if there's any new ways. So after we're all done with all of these Mario games, I'm planning on going back and seeing if we can undo any of them. And there are a few we've already figured that we can do. Right. It just depends if it counts as a kill or not, because in Mario, while it's rude to go into a dude's house and whoop him, still not murder. So, not sure. So as of right now, I'm counting them separately. Well, you know what? Actually, no, let's not go here yet. I don't want to. Let's go somewhere better. Yeah. I say somewhere better. I don't remember any of these really, like the gist of them. But we'll see. A good example of that is Mario 2, because to be fair, if an Italian man jumped directly onto your head, yeah. Like, we can calculate how heavy Mario is, and like the speed at which he falls. Like, I'm pretty sure that would snap your neck. Right, but like, I do things in a bit of a weird-er way. I say we are just addressing our conscience. So like, in an example of that is in Yoshi's Island, there was an instance where I was standing on a semi-solid and an enemy jumped from underneath and bonked its head into my feet. I was standing completely still. It jumped into me and died. And really, that probably shouldn't count as a murder, but it would still weigh heavily on our conscience. We would still lie awake at night feeling bad about ourselves. So, I counted anyway. I'm not sure. I mean, I would be surprised if you couldn't find out online, though. Oh yeah, Wario definitely survives. He's in later games. So that's great. Wario surviving is good news. Okay, like I said, the same as with Bowser or the Koopalings, if they reappear in later games, wonderful. But no, yeah, the example I was saying, Mario 2. Darn. The bosses, all of them, you beat them, but you don't kill them. With one exception. Fry Guy. Fry Guy dies when you beat him. So, like, some of these take some research. Like, I have to look into exactly the business. But it's worth it, because, you know, you want to make sure. You want to make sure you're not, you know, doing a murder. The sequel, I'll have to find a new. I'm going to be honest, I'm not familiar with those names. I'm bad with names on a good day. I am not sure who those are. Yep. Buddy, get away from me. What? Yeah, so like if 200 pounds just landed on the top of your head, probably. That could do it. What I'm curious about would be the weight difference from Mario to Super Mario. I think that might be interesting. But yeah, the thing about Fry Guy, if you're all familiar with him, he's the fire boss for Mario 2. And essentially all he is a ball of fire that Wart gave life to. And when you beat him, he turns into 4 smaller balls of fire. So not only did he counted as 4, but the rest of the bosses, they survived. Right. What I'm saying is, sometimes things die when that happens, sometimes they don't. Mario dies that way, he just has extra lives. It really does just depend. So if they fall off the map, you still had hit them. And in a lot of instances, they're still alive, but in some they're not. So I want to make sure I do my due diligence. I look it up. I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So while it's not exciting and I do it in between streams because it's not exciting, I give it a little bit of research. That's actually a good idea. That is a good way to test it. I was just thinking, looking up source material. Blah, blah, words. Sorry. Whip. Forgot you have to. I keep trying to float the way Peach floats in Mario 2. Lovely. But that would be a very accurate way to measure it. That is actually really smart. I mean, that is such a... I mean, it would take a little bit of work measuring, but that is... It would give you such an accurate answer. I love that. Got that brain power. You know, okay, I feel a little bit less bad about not knowing because I haven't played either of those games. So, you know, I feel a little bit better about not having known that. I will say Tomater sounds like a really cool, like, that is the coolest name. Like, I'm not telling you guys anything you don't already know. Tomater is just a rad name. Ooh. There you go. Oh, thank you. Some of them it's hard to tell because, like I said, I don't know, it can be really weird. Some of them do fall off screen and survive. Some of them don't. It's Mario, so if they fall off screen, I will say they usually survive. Because canonically, Nintendo doesn't like to go out of their way to say, oh yes, and by the way, when you beat this guy, he died. But, you know, it still happens even if they don't mention it. But see, that's the thing though, because you're talking about, where was it? Hold on, apologize. There we go. Hold on. I missed something. Okay, there we go. Tomato definitely dies. He's exposed to the vacuum of space. There's no way to survive that. But see, the thing is, Mario Land 1, the final boss, Tatanga, you beat him, and he survives. He's in the sequel. And you beat him in space. But, like, that's the thing. In a world like Mario, ooh, I'm not happy about this. In a world like Mario, some things just survive in space. It's a weird universe they have. Can I manage this when he goes as low as he's going to go? Because otherwise I may have to just... Okay, yeah, that's fine. I keep underestimating how high Mario can jump. It's my fault. It's like the thing he's best at. But this is... I might say this is my vote for the most underrated Mario game. Yeah. At least a game where you play as Mario. Yeah, just because, I mean, he's Mario, he gets a lot of hype. This one, though, yeah, not so much. Between this one and Mario Land 3, though, I probably like 3 even more. And, like, I really like this one. But Mario Land 3, the one where you play as Wario, is such a fun game. And I intend to, I've got a list of Mario games. We're actually getting close to completing the list. Because I do want to go back and redo Mario World and Yoshi's Island. Because while I did those, that was before I started saving the videos and uploading them to YouTube. So I don't have an actual record of that. So, just for the sake of having it, I'm going to go back and do those again. So I'm going to redo those, but besides those and this one, the only one I have left to do is the original Mario Brothers, or Super Mario Brothers, I should say. The original Mario Brothers was the arcade game, and that doesn't count. But the part I'm having fun with there is we're building this sort of alternate universe, right? So the whole thing is we originally did Yoshi's Island. And that made it like that created a new timeline where Mario was raised by Yoshi, who was super not into killing things. So as a result, he raised Mario into being not into killing things. Makes sense. And from there, you can keep spreading it outward because Mario interacts with other dudes all the time. So like the Donkey Kong Country games. The Donkey Kong Country games. The original Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong was Cranky Kong. So if Mario was a kinder person, never tortured Cranky Kong, which is a canonical thing that happened, which is really messed up, he would have raised Donkey to be kinder. That's my reasoning. So after this, I'm probably going to get into either the Donkey Kong Country games or some Wario games, maybe. We're trying to demonstrate how kindness and empathy and compassion can spread from one person to another. God, I never stop talking. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I was drinking my coffee. I'm still trying to wake up. Alright. Let's probably murder this rat. Alright. Another one falls off screen. So I'm going to be honest, if I had to wager money, I would say that these bosses are surviving because it's pretty common in Mario games for bosses to just poof, explode. It happens. Or just take damage and blink out because they die. So the fact that they look beat up but they're falling off screen, that's very reassuring actually, but I don't know for a fact. And this is when you're talking about murder, you gotta be more than I've got a hunch, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to actually like look into it. So I'm assuming they're surviving, but we'll see. Tatanga does survive because he's a boss in this game. Specifically the Moon World. He gets downgraded to a regular enemy, which is a little unfortunate because I love the idea of final bosses besides Bowser. But you know, Wario's here for that. Don't get me wrong, Bowser, classic, but yeah, you know, you like a little bit of variety. Yeah, well, one sec.
We're leaving, so
Okay, well done.
get ready with the dog.
Oh god, I forgot to turn off the game music too. I'm sorry about that. Hey Bella. My daughter came over to say hi. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, I forgot to turn it off. I apologize. Most emulators, I have pause when you click away from them, so I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure if you can hear her, but that's Bella. Hey. That's her sort of like, she doesn't purr, she sort of just does that wheeze when she's happy. But that's her version of purring. Alright, yeah, I'm sorry, the music. I'm such a big fan of that Be Right Back music too. So that's unfortunate. Anywho, let's get into it. Oh god, this is bringing back all kinds of memories I didn't know I had. Okay. I gotta say, I don't remember this, but... Right, that would make... No, still not a hazard, I'm just going over everything still. Okay. Alright, well... What's the catch here? It's been so long, I don't remember... There has to be... What? What would have been down there to make us not want to do that? Huh. Alright, well. If it works. And I forgot this place only has 2 levels. Well, let's be honest. Yeah. That last one doesn't count. And I guess the boss level is a level 2. Like, you have to go through the whole boss thing, so that one also. Oh, I miss these pigs. They just shoot... They're weird space pigs that shoot balls out of their... Like, look at this. I love it so much. Maybe my favorite Mario enemy. I couldn't tell you why. Murder. That's embarrassing. I'm just having fun, is all. I'm kinda like... I mean, it's reasonable. It's just, like, let's be fair, this Mario game is a lot easier than a lot of Mario games, because, I mean, like, between the carrot and just, it's an easier game. So, like, I'm not surprised that that was a thing. It's just, even for this game, that seemed a little Easy. Buddy? Knock it off. I mean, they could still be space pigs, they're just visiting. You know, I'm just, there we go. He was getting on my nerves. Yeah. I just kind of wanted to see where I would land. Hold forward and see where I go. Yeah. I mean, you call it a difficulty spike. I mean, yes, that is true. It is a difficulty spike. I've always felt like, as good as this game is, Wario's... Not even really, he stole it from Mario, so like, that's a weird way to phrase it. The final area, the castle, final castle, whatever. Mario's castle, right, is kind of cheap. There's a lot of really unfortunate instant death platforming and whatnot. And you may disagree. That is perfectly valid. I feel like I'm just not a really big fan of the final area in this game, which is really too bad because the rest of the game is so much fun. See, now it just sounds like I'm bad at video games, and once it starts getting difficult, I wimp out. Which is probably true. See, if you're smart about things, bees, you can just do that. Another YOLO jump. Whip, whip, whip. When you got a mushroom, you really just don't care about stuff. Oh, my. No. Okay. Alright. God, that slowdown, though. Even in space. Like, because things are already moving slower than usual. No! Okay. But yeah, this game probably could stand to be a little more difficult. Whip, whip. Nope, I'm bailing out. I wanted to go for the bell, but yeah, yep, you know, I didn't commit to it, and it's fine. It's fine. No harm done, we're just little Mario now. Ooh, those stars, Angie. Angry. They're miffed. Heck. Like the one thing on ground level for me to run into. Oh my god. That's alright. We're just trying to have fun. I mean, I'm having a great time. I haven't played this in like so long. What did we... Because the kill counter says 3 now. Does it count bosses? If it doesn't count for bosses, did it go up when I bounced off those things? I'm very unsure. I mean, I'll know when I go back and rewatch it. Exactly the same way. He jumps so much slower than I'm used to, and I'm gonna use that as an excuse. Right, that's what I'm thinking. It either counted the bosses or it counted... In fact, I don't think it did, because if it did, I gotta think I would have noticed sooner. So, like... It counted those balls that the pigs shoot. Like, if not, what are the other... Like, what else could it have been? the stars? Have I killed any stars? Yeah, well, I'm planning on going back because, like I said, I really want to, like, I always go back after and undo, like, see if there's any way around any of the kills we did. You know, just rewatch things. So I'm sure I'll find out. If nothing else, I will often go back and can I just make that? That seems weird. Okay, well, I mean, you know, maybe standing there wasn't the best option. How high can I jump? Oh my, okay, yeah, wow. He jumps even higher than I figured. Okay. Yeah, that's my fault. I'm just so not used to Space Mario. But yeah, the way I count kills in this is just very weird and probably not ideal, but here we are. Like, a good example of that is when you're fighting Prince Froggy in Mario World 2. He swallows you, and the fight takes place in his stomach. And when that happens, you lose all of your ammunition. And you get more ammunition by... You're in his stomach, so he's eating enemies. They fall in his stomach, you eat them to get eggs. So, for all intents and purposes, he's the one who killed them. He swallowed them. If you weren't there, they would still die, whether you eat them or not. But they would, like, their life expectancy is short, but they would still live longer than if you hadn't eaten them yourself. So you are still shortening their lifespan. And I'm counting that as murder. Weird. Okay, so update. I had assumed once he started descending you couldn't then go back up. Like a normal jump. I had assumed it would have been like a normal jump, but higher and slower. In reality, it's more like the jetpack in Mega Man 6. He's got so much height, and you don't have to use it all at once, so you can stop jumping and start jumping again. That's weird. Huh. Is it infinite? Because earlier, the first time I was on that space level and I tried jumping up on that platform. Okay, that was moon physics. I had just assumed they were going to be the same. Because one space level followed by a second space level, I had anticipated them having the same physics. Although I am very easily confused, so that checks out. Speaking of being confused, well, making a safe state. I'm not gonna feel bad about it. Like, more than anything, I just don't want to make you guys have to sit through this while I figure out how to play a video game. Yeah. Oh, that would be fun. My brother's Strong Style Shiny, he had a lot of fun doing randomizers. He was doing Ocarina of Time randomizer for a while. It was really neat. You could straight up just... Wow. Wish I would have known that the first time. Jonas, I appreciate you, but could you not, like, post the same thing over and over again? Ooh, this isn't good. Tank the damage, keep going. Hi, Tatanga. How are you? I forgot you did that. Tatanga. Ooh, you spicy. Alright. Wasn't that the name of the girl from Boy Meets World? It was Topanga. I know I'm being funny. I'm trying to. Bees, you're just... Alright. Can I... It did work. I am... Okay, hold on. Well, we're doing science. Hold on. So... He's bobbing up and down. Can I only, like, do that to him? Like, I've got to think. You're not intended to jump on him when he's still up there. Like, maybe he, like, dives at you. And I just got lucky. Like, if his sprite's as low as it is up there, maybe you can wedge yourself up there. Gotta think that's the case. Okay, you can just... Yeah, and then he really? Game, really? You're gonna count that as a hit? What? What? Hold on. What? I'm so confused by this hitbox. Because landing on him hurt me both times. What is even happening? Oh, you know what it is? When he's contacting me, I'm ascending. So he's hitting me instead of the other way around. So even if he's still hitting me from the bottom, if I'm ascending, I get hurt instead of him. Right, that's reasonable. Alright, let's redo this thing. Games are weird for things they count as kills and not. I just have a different, I've got my own very specific set of rules. Okay, well that could have went a lot better. And now we're dead. Oh God, Jonas, you've clipped my shame. They're gonna use that in the trial. Oh God, you're an accomplice, so be ready for that. I'm just so confused by this whole thing. Buddy, have you been lifting? Because this is nutty. What am I doing wrong here? My God. I'm bringing shame onto my household. Tatanga. I've got to think it's just like you have to hit him closer to the front of his spray. Because if I was doing it at the middle, I was taking damage as well. His hitbox is really weird. And he had one hit left, so I just kind of tanked the damage and was okay with that. Alright. Mario, we're getting you your house back. Where do we want to go next? We got the bird, the witch, and... I don't know if I remember the boss of the toy area. Oh, Three Little Pigs. Right. There's 6 coins because there's 6 coin slots in the door. If you had 6 coin slots and 5 coins, it wouldn't work. We already, we beat the rat. So we've got the 3 little pigs, the witch, and the bird. Another thing I love about this game is it keeps your momentum in a way where if you're running really fast and you let go of the D-pad and you keep jumping, as long as you jump again as soon as you land, he'll keep jumping forward at full speed even though you're not touching the D-pad. And that's a feature in more modern Mario games, and it's really nice. It doesn't help you in any practical way because like there's no reason not to just hold down the D-pad, but it's cool. Alright. Whip. Whip. Well. You win this round, Gravity. Yep. They all, I mean, they play differently, all of them, which is fun. I'm not sure, I'd have to go back and go through each of them and test, but... I'm not sure. Maybe to some extent, but the amount you slow down, I believe this one has less than the others. There's some wildly different physics between some of them anyway. If you just straight up stop holding the D-pad, in each game you'll slow down some. Like, rather, he won't immediately freeze up and stop. He'll still keep moving. It's just to the extent of, you know. And in this game, I think if you do it perfectly, you just keep jumping, he can do it indefinitely, I do believe. I'm not positive about that, though. But if nothing else, I think he reserves his speed in this game better than most of them. But I could be wrong about that, too. I wouldn't be shocked. I'm usually wrong about stuff. Is this the level? This is the level with the balls. I was gonna say it was a joke that, like, on the overworld map, the level that's like, I know it's around his stomach, but, like, let's be fair. And the level is just a bunch of balls. That is... God, I'm like 8 years old, I'm sorry. Alright, let's continue. I remember thinking that was funny the first time I played this when I was like in middle school. Guys, it's the Space Pigs. I know the newer ones are like that. Or at least Mario. God, I don't know which one. After Mario 64, I kind of just don't really play any. Okay, but why do you call it balls? I don't understand. Is there a reason, or is it just like... Oh God, I'm so sorry. I got no idea why I'm like this. Hi, Goomba friend. Oh, right. Well, if nothing else, they were all power-ups that I don't want. So I was saying, when Shiny was doing... Shiny did a ranking of all of the Mario power-ups. And... the one thing I didn't want. Gross. But no, he did a ranking of all of the Mario power-ups. And... the carrot was only like... I think he put on B tier. And I don't agree with that at all. Is assuming you can find a high enough part of the level, you can just like glide to the end, be done with it. Whip. And like as long as I hold down the button, I won't throw any fireballs. I just gotta keep holding down the run button indefinitely now. Okay, but just because it's not unique doesn't make it any less overpowered, right? Like, the carrot and the feather are both very, very powerful items. And just because there's two of them doesn't make it any less so. Like, in some levels it's less useful because you're in like a cave or underwater or something. Or like, most levels, being able to just do this over obstacles and enemies is just, oof. You know, I did that. Hi, Ellie. Alright, Big, I appreciate you. And I appreciate Jackson. Hey, sweetheart. Come here. Hey. She's being sweet. Alright. We back at it. And I didn't even really need to be up here, like, at all. A handful of money. Oh my god. I keep forgetting that that's an option as well. Because, like, when do you ever need to do that? Like, yeah. I mean, sometimes, rarely. I think, if nothing else, the way this game handles physics, I don't know, the way jumping feels, the way things like these grabby things work, the way moon jumping works, there's just every single game mechanic and piece of physics is just really satisfying. They do it all really well. Oh, the wing cap, yeah, gotcha. Well, I mean, I know it's not, too. I'm just saying, like, I was just trying to say that there's more than one thing that does that, but the amount of things that do that doesn't make them any less useful. Like, if they introduced 50 more items that make you fly, it wouldn't make the feather any less useful. It would still be broken. Virtual Boy Wario Land is so good. Weirdly good. Better than it has any right to be. Not, not good enough to make you, go out and buy a Virtual Boy, but still really good. Right, if we're talking about how, I want to say powerful. Yeah, I mean, even if you're not dealing damage, I guess powerful, useful items are. So while it's not like entertaining, it's factual. Cause like, yeah, you if you have an item that lets you go from the beginning of the level just straight to the end of the level, yeah. And some are better than others. Like, probably the best of all of them is the feather. Well, I mean P-Wing, because it's designed to be the best. You just fly through entire levels. It's super rare and intended to be that way. So that one's meant to be broken. But the feather is just a regular power-up. Like in that game, besides a mushroom, all you get are fire and feather. Those are the only two power-ups. Well, that's not even true either. I just lied to you, people. Yeah. But like, you don't store that in your item slot, so I'm counting them separately. Yeah, speed. Which isn't my thing, but you know, that is also a factor, absolutely. But yeah, well, he was saying like the feather does a lot of things that other flying items don't do. It gives you a melee attack. It gives you a screen clearing slam attack in addition to just letting you fly through levels. Like, yeah, it's very, very broken. So, among all of the flying items, P-Wing excluded. Feather's number one. Which I don't think I'm giving you any controversial topic telling you that the feather's a really good item. But, you can glide over most levels. Having a bonus melee attack, is really inconsequential. You know what I mean? Like, it's nice, don't get me wrong. It definitely adds to all of the good qualities of the item. But if you are able to glide over a level, that's the main thing, right? The feather does do that even better though, because like I said, versus gliding with this, if you time it right, the feather can get you at any distance you want to go. You maintain your distance as long as you fly correctly. We're about to test the pig ball theory. No, I think you went back and checked. It does count. I just wanted to see it with my own eyes. Like, I believed you. I just wanted to see. That is weird. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the carrot myself. Really big fan of the carrot. Because, like, while it's not the best item, anything that lets you just casually glide from the beginning of a level to the end of the level is really powerful. And I didn't think that was like a controversial stance, but I mean, Shiny did put it on B tier, which is weird to me. I forgot to update the other counter though, didn't I? Whoop. Hold up. So what did we do? We beat Tatanga. If Tatanga died there, I would be genuinely shocked, but I've got to be consistent. Most likely 0. But we did beat 3 bosses, and just to make 100% absolute sure, I'm going to go back and just check. But it's probably 0. Oh my god. You've got a carrot emote. Hold up. Or somebody has one anyway. That is... Oh, I love that. Wonderful. Whoop. So that's the thing. I think these pigs actually explode when they die, don't they? Do they? Or am I just tripping? I haven't played this game in like 12 years. All the bosses. I'm adding one for each of the bosses, and after I'm done, I'm going to go back to see if any of them actually count as kills or not. That's the way I do some of these, if there's any semblance of doubt. God, I haven't played this since, like, no joke, middle school. Whoop. Yeah, pig. Alright. I mean, that is 3 more, though, so that's unfortunate. But probably not, because, I mean, let's be honest, they're probably surviving. Like, they just fall off the screen looking all beat up. Yeah, but like you say, most enemies. If we did that to any other enemy, we would just count it as a kill and not even think about it, like not even question it. If you bonk an enemy and they fall off the level, that counts. But like, bosses are treated weirdly. Anywho, what do we got left? Let's go after the bird. From what I remember, it's my least favorite area. That's why I've been putting it off. I think we're about to just do this whole thing in one stream. I had forgotten how easy a lot of this was. Beezer's using save states. You're literally cheating. I know, but you know, well, some of these have taken a lot longer. I know I shouldn't have compared the length of this one to like Yoshi's Island or Mario World, but I was for whatever reason. Oh, bullet bills we absolutely do count. I just, oh no. I mean, it says my bitrate. Okay, yeah. As soon as I went to go look, it went from stable to unstable. That's unfortunate. I apologize, my internet out here is garbage. But, we count bullet bills. Because there's no reason to believe that the cannon just isn't spitting out different ones. So otherwise you have to figure out, whoop, oops. Otherwise you'd have to, come up with a way, like an explanation as to how the bullet bill gets from the bottom of the screen to back inside the cannon, which is weird. Whoop. Guys, we got Kaizo blocked. That's pretty messed up, game. I am not in Australia. Too late for what? 'Cause I'm gonna let you know I usually... Again, really? Ah, that same block. Okay, I stream at the weirdest times. I'll throw up a stream at 10 a.m. I'll throw up a stream at 10 p.m. 2 a.m., 2 p.m. Just any time, really. When you jump on a bullet bill, I'm about positive they fall to the bottom. But I could be wrong, or it may just depend on the game too, actually. Getting past these dudes without stepping on them. This is the first actual... Like, I've been dying a lot. You've seen me die a lot. I'm not going to say I haven't been. But it's just been me taking damage. This is the first time I've had an issue in regards to the difficulty coming from not killing things. Up until now, it's mostly just been a straightforward regular run. I'm not sure. I know I just woke up. I'm still drinking coffee. Oh, man. And that still wouldn't explain if they did rematerialize back into the canon. If you spin jump on them in Mario World, they just poof, gone. So like they would be gone. There wouldn't, like, if that were the case, if it were the same bullet, the cannon would stop shooting. Amber, good morning. Appreciate you for stopping by. Hope you're feeling better than I know you said you were in some pain. Would you please let me check the emo? Oh my god. Hey, cool. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. And hopefully you start feeling better soon. No. Yeah. Oh god. See, I may not know much, but I know bullet bills fall to the bottom of the screen when you jump on them. It's like the only thing I know. Okay, hopefully it goes well. I want to make sure you're feeling better. I just have no way to help with that. If nothing else, it's nice you're able to go see a doctor. It sucks when you can't. You just kind of have to, I don't know, deal with it on your own. That's really sucky. Weird. Wonder if... Figure what out? Like bullet bills? Because those I count. That is a murder. If the cannon can materialize one bullet bill, it can materialize multiple. So I count each of them. Fortunately, bullet bills have never been an issue. I've never been... I don't think I've... Whip! Well... I think like maybe once I've accidentally killed a bullet bill, but really they're just rarely ever in the way. God damn. Oops. Why? Nope. Stay up here. Just take the hit and keep going. I'd rather get injured than take an innocent life. There we go. Done and done. Some enemies definitely do cause more trouble than others. Monty Moles in Super Mario World? My god. I can't tell you how many times I had one just spawn and jump underneath me and die. Like, I lost track of how many times they've killed themselves jumping up into me. It was very frustrating. Oh, I remember this level. So I mean, like, there are so many different levels that change, like, platforming mechanics. So not even just, like, different themes or enemies, it's just, like, just things that affect the physics. Okay, counterpoint. If you have Fire Mario, you can only have 2 fireballs on screen at once. So with that logic, you could say that they're the same 2 fireballs every time. That's just not true. But you can still only have 2 of them on screen at once. Once you have 2, you can't shoot anymore. So, if nothing else, I mean, you could just say it's fire rate. I think that's a big leap to say that even if you vaporize the bullet, like if you spin jump on it, it disappears in a puff of smoke. And saying it goes from being vaporized to back inside the cannon, like I said, Mario is a weird world. It could happen, but that's a big statement to make. I feel like you would need more evidence to support that. Money bag, hidden block. I'm going to be honest, I've got no idea where you're referring to, because I'm bad at this. But also, I don't see why I need money. Mostly, that's the main reason why. Yep. Oh man, there's just so many cool levels in this game. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. There are... Ah, gotcha. In Mario Land 1, there are... I forget exactly what they're called. They might just be like bomb Koopas or something. They're regular Koopas, but when you step on them, they explode. And this is a Buzzy Beetle that works the same way. I'm deadly curious. I would love to see an evolutionary chart of the things that exist in the Mario universe, like how they're all related to each other. I've got to think those two are related, right? I do enjoy shiny things. My brother streams under the name Strong Style Shiny. That's his business. Shiny stuff. My gimmick is being really sad and making dad jokes. There we go. If nothing else, I'm having a great time doing this. I've got to think flying enemies would be harder to not accidentally jump on, because if you jump over them, flying enemies, like, anytime I accidentally jump on stuff, it's almost always flying enemies. I'm just thinking, like, in my brain, I'm thinking about, like, the evolutionary tree in the Mario universe, which is probably something you don't even want to begin thinking about, because that would just a descent into madness, trying to think about how a Bob-omb came about through natural selection. But it's still interesting to me. Tasty stuff. Like, I thought I knew what you meant, like food in a video game, but the phrase tasty score items, I don't understand. But I will absolutely destroy a wall and find a chicken and then eat that chicken. That's my chicken now. Play a beat 'em up and you find a turkey on the ground. That's my turkey now. Playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and finding just a whole intact pizza in the sewer. Dibs. Because in video games, food doesn't expire. In most video games, food doesn't expire. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, food actually does expire, and that's always been really interesting to me. Alright. But video game food is always just better. Because not only does it never go bad, it like heals wounds, it makes you stronger. Man, imagine in real life if you could eat a steak and then it doubled your strength. Like, game? I feel like that was a little bit mean-spirited, game. That seems a little rude. Alright. Oops. Oh, we call that an oopsie goofer. A whoopsie daisy. Buddy, is this really where we want to be when Jesus comes back? Huh? Save state, just, yeah. As bad as I am at video games, I don't want to make you guys have to watch me do the same one over and over again. That hack. I'm not familiar with NetHack. I just know, play a lot of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, and food expires, which is weird. Big, what did I tell you about cannibalism? My god, we shouldn't have to have this conversation every single stream, and yet here we are. Yep. Yeah, even messing up like I am, I'm not sure how much trouble last area Wario level is going to be. I've got to think we're going to wrap this up in one stream. I mean, that is very fair. I'm trying really hard not to play to the stereotype. But yeah, everything we do here is B themed, so I guess. I think I just like the ant enemies because they're slow and easy to avoid. In a nerdy way. That is what happened to me last time. Game. Can we agree that hidden blocks when you jump off a platform is bad? Oh my god. Is it doable now? Can I respawn the platform? Can I? Would you let me please? Hey, look at that. You know, I'm just bad at stuff. I'm gonna say it slowed down and that threw me off, but at the same time, I mean, I probably wasn't gonna nail that jump anyway. I'm upset about it. I know it's there and I can't get around it. Digging, and is that the one that throws the boulders like... My god, yeah, I know it's there and I can't even get it. Okay, new strat, hold on, let me try something. Like Chuck does in Mario World. There. Shouldn't have to do that, but here we are. Like I said, I've been putting this one off because these levels are my least favorite. You know, it's fine, we're alright. Yeah, they're like the pre-charging chucks. Pre-charging chucks? I've got to think this came out before World, like, yeah, right? Well, 2. Maybe not. I have to look that up. Mario Land 1 came out before, obviously, but... I mean, Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo, I gotta think they'd be around the same time. Were there boulder throwing enemies in 1? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a fan of 1. I don't play it that much. Even like this one, I haven't played in a very long time. I play more than that one. I love that though, like the way Mario games can be, like now they're kind of samey. Modern Mario games have like kind of settled on how they want to be. Same physics and whatnot anyway. More or less, like, you know, tiny variations, but if you showed me a current Mario game, I would not be able to tell you which one it was just from the screenshot, probably. Unless it was something that really stood out. But like, the older Mario games were all so different. Mario 1, 2, 3, World, Land 1, Land 2, Yoshi's Island, they're all so different, but all really well made, which is interesting. Because if you have that many games that are all different from each other, you would think at least one of them would be really bad. But nope, they're all just really fun in their own way. And I love that. I will say Charging Chucks, I feel kind of bad they never ended up in Mario Maker. I'm kind of upset about that because they're one of my favorite enemies. Like in a video game. They can be frustrating, but like, Mario World is probably the very first video game memory I have. I remember being really young and watching my brother play it. Like really young and watching my brother play it. And if you're talking about iconic characters to Mario World, Charging Chuck's probably the first one I think of. Like Charging Chuck, Blarg, possibly. He didn't end up in Mario Maker 2 either, did he? You got Charvarg, which is related, but not really the same thing. What else is in Mario World that didn't end up? You know, besides, like, if there's two, like, besides Charging Chucks, I think those spinning spike balls on the chain from Mario World, I'm baffled how they didn't end up in Mario Maker. Or they might have, I don't know, I haven't seen Mario Maker in a while. They very well could have just added them at some point, I just don't know about it. I mean, there's still basic things, right? You punch blocks and you get power-ups out of them. You jump on things to hurt them. But there's a lot of different stuff, too. Like, a lot of different stuff. Right down to physics, how Mario moves, and speed and everything. But yeah, different power-ups. It's like, yeah, because don't get me wrong, there's still 2D platformers. That's a thing. But oh my god, that's embarrassing. But there's just very different. Right. Falling asleep, I need more coffee. Save state. Oh, coffee time. I mean, I suppose basic elements, that's just a weird way to phrase it, because like, yeah, you're always playing as Mario. You jump on stuff to kill it, you break blocks to get power-ups. So they didn't change like 100% of the game, but there's a lot of difference between games. They're in some of them, not all of them. Actually, in the 3D Mario games, it really just, like, the really modern ones, yeah. But for a while, like Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, they did away with a lot of those power-ups. Like, there are some things unifying them, like it takes place in the same world, so a lot of the games have Goombas and Koopas. But between games, you'll find just bunches of enemies that only exist in one Mario game. And, like I said, physics changes dramatically. What? Did it again. So you know what I did? I made a save state. Because I'm a cheater. Alright, because I don't want to redo this over and over again. Cool. Well, I mean, if bosses don't count like we're thinking. This will be the first one to have, I mean, as of right now, this will be the first one to have 0 kills, which is weird. So we're just gonna have to make absolute sure. Like I said, as lovely as it would be to be able to finish one of these games with a big 0, we have to make sure it's actually true. You know what I mean? Can't just claim it was a 0 because we want it to be a 0. The height Mario gets off of bouncing off an enemy in this game, even compared to other Mario games, he launches up. Like, the platforming in this game is so much easier. It just handles very well. Right, I mean, but we haven't got that far yet. So I'm being optimistic. We're gonna cross that bridge when we get to it, and actually, now that that's said, that's why I've been saving it for last. Because that's gonna be a thing we're gonna have to do. Okay, yeah, that's 7, because that's 5 boss fights, and one of the boss fights was 2 extra, right? Okay. It really just depends. I know for a fact, obviously, that some of the kills in these games are just mandatory. But at the same time, Shiny and I have come up with some pretty solid strats to get around some of them. Not all of them. Like I said, we've never beaten one of these yet with 0. But we've gotten around a lot of them. We've at least shaved off at least one every time I finished and looked back on it to see if we could shave off any, and we've always gotten at least one down. And in some cases, like Mario 3, we went from having 6 kills to 3. Do you? We're talking about this one here, right? Because as far as I knew, you could do them in any order. Oh, guys, it's a boo. I actually have good news about boos in regards to this challenge. It rarely ever comes into play, because typically you can just get around boos. But throughout the course of our pacifist challenges, I've killed exactly 1 boo as a boss in Yoshi's Island. Okay, I was thinking of something else. Like I said, I haven't played this in years. Okay, yeah, that'll probably be unavoidable then. Ah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, now that you describe, I know what you're talking about now. I was thinking, like, those lantern heads with the tongue. Okay. But the thing is, I would have to look to see if they're sentient creatures. If they're just things with Wario's face on them, that stands to reason they're just either autonomous, like the Mecha Koopas in Mario World don't count as kills either. They're wind-up toys. So we'll really just have to see. That's actually really exciting. I'm looking forward to looking that up. God, I'm such a nerd. Oh, God. That's going to be really exciting for me. because we've established that what the game counts as a kill at the bottom, I'm not, because the pig balls it counts, and I'm not. So we can't really use that as a measure now. Dead. Or at the very least, I'm not using it in the way I'm measuring. If I can rephrase, that's not the way I'm doing it. So we'll just have to see. Oh, but yes, no, going back, Yoshi's Island, there was one ghost kill, the ghost boss, and we counted that. And since then, I realized we should not have counted it, because in Mario 64, when you kill a ghost, text pops up on the screen and specifically tells you ghosts don't die. And that is literally as straightforward as possible. Like, if we're looking like, oh, does it count, does it not count? It literally just pops up on screen and says ghosts don't die. You can't murder someone if they don't die. That's just science. I am gonna have to do some research. No, you poor soul. How far back was my last save state? I'm just gonna take the death. I'll have to see. Like I said, I'm going to chat with Shiny, who's our resident Mario guy, and probably bring it up to a couple people in the Discord, because I usually, if it's a question of like a gray area between does it count or does it not count, I like to get some feedback from the community. And especially if it's going to be the difference between a 0 pacifist run or a 6 pacifist run, I'm going to take that seriously, because it matters to me. It might not matter to you guys, but I take this seriously. I don't want to fudge anything, and I know I'm making save states. What I mean is I want to do this the right way, because this is less of a measure of my ability and more of a, I want to see if it's physically possible. So I don't want to like cheat and say like, well, that doesn't count because, you know. And a lot of times it doesn't count. That is a thing that will happen, but it's got to actually be the case. I'm due diligence, you know. I research and I discuss with people. Because if it's worth taking the time to do this, I want to make sure I do it the right way. Yeah, these things, I don't know why. In my brain, I was visualizing these when you said the faces. And it didn't make any sense to me in that context. I'm like, why would these be an issue? Did I mention the last time I played this, I was like 13? Sorry. On a good day, I'm an idiot. I count lava bubbles, actually, I do. But rarely ever does it come into play, because like, when do you kill a lava bubble, really? But see, that's a difficult one, because they've got eyes, but a lot of things in Mario do. If you look in the background, stars and hills have eyes. So like, having eyeballs isn't really a measure for life in this world. And at the same time, in Odyssey, Mario can also capture a giant piece of meat. So like, Mario's ability to possess something also doesn't make it count as a living thing. So that's a difficult one. That's what I mean, like, a lot of things in this are very gray area. Like, the world of Mario is just strange. A lot of things are alive that you wouldn't think. What was the other one you said? Bullet bills. Like, I count bullet bills because not only do they have eyes, but they'll actually aim towards you. Like in Mario 64, they'll aim at you. I gotta think that makes them count. Like, if we don't know one way or another, like bullet bills or fireballs, like they've got eyes, we don't know. I'm likely not going to have to kill any of them anyway, so just to be on the safe side, let's not kill them, you know? Like, you know, we're not going to have to anyway. So, if we don't have to kill them anyway, we'll just not, just to err on the side of caution. When in doubt, just don't kill it. Right, that's also true. So, like, yeah, that slab of meat is the example I'm going to use. But also, cactuses are interesting because, I mean, yes, we know cactuses are living things. But it's less living things than we're talking about sentience. So, a stationary cactus. Okay, actually, a better example. In Mario 2, the vegetables that you grab and throw, they've got eyes. No one's going to dispute that a vegetable is a living thing. They're not self-aware. You're not killing them. But piranha plants are aware of their surroundings. They will turn to look at you. They will aim at you. So while they are plants, they also count. Really? Oh my god. I'm upset about that. It's fine. Not really. I could just die. Ah. But yeah, like, if nothing else, I have like just as much fun discussing whether or not things count as a kill. That's been really fun for this. Makes you think about things in a way you wouldn't normally, because in Mario, like, you jump on enemies. They're bad guys. You jump on them, you get points, you save the princess, you know, it's not something you ever really think about. So, like, discussing whether or not each individual enemy counts as a murder is fun to me. Probably, yeah. I think I'd agree with that. But like I said, we're not in a situation where we have to even make that decision in the first place. We can just go around them. Like, when in doubt, I just avoid stuff. Sometimes Shiny and I disagree about these things, which is perfectly fair too. People are allowed to have different opinions on things. I still say I get the final word because this is my self-imposed challenge to myself, but I really do try to listen to what the arguments people are making, because I want to make sure I'm doing this right. I'm not going to like say, no, I am correct. People bring up very reasonable arguments that I hadn't thought about. Yeah, like, so for all intents and purposes, it really doesn't matter if they're alive or not. But I think I would probably agree with you if, like, we did have to make that decision. Yeah. Just because they don't respond to you in any way. They behave exactly the same whether you're there or not. They just exist and do what they do over and over again. If anything, the closest you could do to having the argument for having them be sentient creatures would be like if a ghost possessed the lantern and now that's why they're like that. In which case we just said ghosts don't count. So we have a bit of a weird way of figuring these things out, but number one rule is I just want to make sure we're addressing our conscience, because it's not about being like, well, technically it's like if this were the real world, if we killed this thing, we got to address our conscience, you know. It's not about getting away with stuff, it's about doing the right thing. Which is weird. I know it's a video game. You know, we're having fun. That is true. But having them respond to you isn't the only measure of sentient life. Because Koopas are set on their path as well. They just wander back and forth. A lot of enemies do that. Haunted broomstick. And then enemies like these guys. Undoubtedly, they're an undead enemy. Like, I feel like we can all agree on that. And we've established that ghosts don't die. But does that extend to every undead enemy? Because we don't have as... like, you know, it said ghosts don't die. And I've got to think all undead enemies count for that, right? We don't know exactly what these dudes are. For all we know, it's just a child wearing a really big mask. I don't know. Money. Do they get scared and hide, or do you just kind of like bonk them into their shell? To protect their soft parts. I love that. Just for whatever reason, how you phrase that, I love it. Their squishy insides. But see, like a vampire though. Okay, that's actually a really good point, because now I'm thinking other undead creatures would count, because ghosts don't die, you kill them, they come back. A vampire, while undead, you could permanently put down if you try hard enough. So while it is undead, it is a sentient creature that you're making no longer sentient. Versus ghosts that just come back. So I gotta think I would count that. Huh. That's actually an interesting thing. I'll have to remember when I go back to go over this and look at stuff, when I do my research business. Whoops. I'll go and I want to look up those dudes, because that is interesting. As far as I know, she's not. Like, even in real life lore, witches aren't undead creatures. But either way, add it to the thing. That is 6, 8. Yes. So, more likely than not, that's a 0. But I do have the number for the amount of bosses that we killed. Beat. And like I said, I'm gonna look it up. I don't want to just hand wave it away. I want to definitively look just to make sure. I don't want to get a lower score just because I was too lazy to look it up. If nothing else, I don't have evidence or reason to believe she's an undead creature. The closest you can get to that is she's the boss of the level with a bunch of undead creatures, but that's just kind of like, the bigger the claim, the more evidence you need to back it up, you know what I mean? And I feel bad because I'm absolutely going to cheat really hard. Oops. But you know, I'm gonna try to not die, but in case we do. Ah! Ooh, I forgot about you. I mean, I've only been doing this for just over 2 hours. There's no reason why I can't just try to do this the right way. Yeah, let's see if we can pull this off. Because like I said, the main goal here is just to see how many kills. But if we're already here, we may as well at least actually try. I mean, I've done this. It's just, like I said, I had to have been like 13 the last time I played this game. It is a very, like, it's probably not fair me calling it this, because it has been so long, but I remember this level being a lot of the difficulty coming from really cheap stuff. But I was 13 at the time, and an idiot. You know how teenagers are dumb? Yeah. Ah! You know, there's no reason in the world why I couldn't have just waited a cycle. Let's actually, yeah, let's take this a little more seriously. I'm just having fun. I'm trying to. I firmly believe that video games are for fun. Ah, fine. Yeah. If I get low on lives, I'll probably make a save state at the very beginning of the level, but not anymore within the level. So that way, every attempt I'm still starting back from the beginning, but at no point do I get a game over, you know? I feel like that's a fair compromise. Beat the level full, one shot like you're intended to, without the threat of game over, which I feel like is a better way to play a video game. Game overs are kind of, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that as a concept. And not even just because I'm bad at video games, but like I feel like it's unnecessary. Like, yeah, by all means send the player back to the beginning of the level, but it's just, starting an entire game over feels a little unnecessary. Right. Ah. Yeah, I remember there's there was some cheapness, but like I said, I don't remember for 100% what I remember this level being cheap, but I couldn't tell you any examples of that. I don't remember any specific examples. Ooh. In fact, let me just do that right now. It'll save me having to go through that every time. Haha! It's funny because you were saying experienced, and while yes, I don't have a lot of experience with this game specifically, like I've beaten it, but oh my god, I don't play it regularly. I do play a lot of video games, I promise. You wouldn't be able to tell by looking at how I'm playing. That's understandable. I play a lot of them, I'm just bad at it. I mean, sometimes you're just bad at video games. I enjoy them. Yep. For being fair though, this isn't what I'm used to. Put me in some Donkey Kong Country 2 though, and I will just, ooh. Watch me play some Binding of Isaac sometime, I will. Ooh. Don't, you know, you just keep not finishing your sentence. What are you know? I can see that. It's not... Oh, I'm gonna say it's not nearly as difficult as I remember, but doesn't this castle go on and on and on or something? Oh my god, that's frustrating. I spoiled myself with save states. Now I'm like, oh god, I've got to start all the way over. Like some kind of peasant. You can't get better at playing games if you just make save states like that. And, you know, I gotta get better at this. Yeah, I get that. I play a lot of the same games, and I like to think I get pretty good at them. Both times. But yeah, there's a few I play. I am planning on, after I get done with all of this pacifist business, just going back and playing them straight, normal, regular, not cheating. I mean, I keep saying cheating, and yes, I am cheating, but that's not the purpose of why we're here. We're here to see the kill count, first and foremost, so like, that's what takes priority. But yeah, I still feel skeezy making save states. But I am planning on going back and redoing all of these, so it'll be alright. We'll be fine. Some games I get pretty decent at. I'll have you know, I actually have the speedrunning world record for Maya the Bean Garden Adventures. So, I don't mean to flex, but here we are. just because the reason you think it was a game about a bee. So every once in a while I try to get speedrun records for games about bees. Okay, so you're a bubble with a face on it. So it responded when I jumped on it. But the fact that it has Wario's face, that's the thing. Like, he either magicked these things into existence or possessed something or built something. So I'm gonna look that up. But the same way the fist earlier wasn't an actual fist, it was just a trap. So actually I am going to be counting those as well. So is that 3 of them so far? So on the left is... Tell you what, I can add a third number. Yeah, let's do that. So that would be 11. There we go. Because I'm unreasonable. So that is assuming the bosses in these things don't count, assuming the bosses count, and then assuming the bosses and these things count. So I don't know, we'll see. My god. Hold on. There we go. But we'll see. Actually, I've been meaning to go back and tidy up that Maya the Bee business. Because the record I did, like my current PB, super sloppy, disgustingly so. It's like my second or third run. It was bad, but it was the record, and that's so I just kind of uploaded it and continued about my day. I do want to go back and shave off like 9 to 15 seconds. Shouldn't be difficult. Or very anyway, I don't know. Not necessarily going to use it, just in case. Worst case, I mean, you know, I want to have the option of making a save state. Not necessarily going to use it. How did I get 11? Yeah, there was 1 and then 2 and then 2. So I had 11 and then I had 13. So it seems like there's a substantial amount of delay, like more than usual even. Really? Wario? My god. How far back does it send me? That's not promising. Okay, you know, I'm just... my hand slipped. Wait, really? Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like, there's no way. I didn't even know you could stand on that statue. That's interesting. Yeah, Wario's just, he's frustrating. I mean, I don't need it, but oh, okay, there we go. Oh, it was, yeah. For whatever reason, my brain was thinking that was a one-up. In this game, one-ups are hearts, obviously, because it's a Game Boy game. There's only 2 colors. Oh. Wait, did he hit me the first time? Okay, well. I thought I still had full... yeah, okay, I didn't see that first hit. Whoop. Wario, you're gonna work with me here. We have to work together, okay? If you don't knock it off... I mean, Wario, you alright? If you're gonna just float all the way down to the bottom. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I think I prefer that, but yeah, alright. Okay. So, like, credit where it's due. I wasn't a big fan of this level, but it's like, you know what it is? I think if this level had a midway checkpoint, it would be so much better. This level is more enjoyable than I thought it was. Like, it's some tough platforming, but this game controls so fluidly. Like, this game has really good control. So I don't mind some tough platforming. It was actually kind of fun. And this Wario fight is lovely. It's just the fact that if he kills you, it sends you all the way back. That's the frustrating part. Like, that's the only frustrating part. I'm actually really enjoying this boss fight. I didn't realize there was like a multi-stage thing he did. And I'm a sucker for multi-stage boss fights. Catch me playing any of the Final Fantasy games. Just multi-stage boss fights. Oh god, with the carrot. With the carrot, he just crumbles. There's just nothing he can do to you. Oh my god, that's lovely. Oh, I love that so much. Ah, oh god, Big, you scared me. He just threw something at us. I love that so much. Oh, welcome back, Big, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Jonas. You're rad for hanging out with me on stream. I had a good time. Appreciate your company. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome to our hive. Like I said, you were good company for this whole experience. I liked our chit chat. Obviously, you know a lot about this game and Mario, just in general, and that's nice. Gunpei, he's the creator of the Game Boy. The Game Boy and the Virtual Boy, right? That's him. I believe that's him. I mean, 2.5 hours. I gotta say, I didn't think. Well, I keep saying I didn't think it would go this fast, and I know I cheated, but like, still, I didn't think we would wrap up the game this quickly, even with that, because in other games, like like, I need to stop comparing this to like Mario 3, for example, where Mario 3, it took us 3 streams to do that Pacifist. And some of those levels we had to get real creative. Oh, Super Metroid as well, that's wonderful actually. Because I know he's a big name dude and I respect the heck out of him. But knowing he was responsible for Super Metroid, I respect him even more. That was a great game. That was a great game. It is, oh man, like if it's one of the best games for one of the best systems. I say all the time, Super Nintendo's my #1 favorite system, and PS1's a close second. Like, there's some days where I probably might like PS1 more, but more often than not, Super Nintendo all the way. I'd be lying if I said Super Metroid wasn't in like the top 5 Super Nintendo games. Probably, honestly. I'd have to look. So man, the only contenders like, well, yeah, I mean it's some steep competition for Super Nintendo. You got like Mega Man X, Mario World, Link to the Past, Donkey Kong Country 2. A lot of other really good ones. I'm trying to think about like any of them that would compete against Super Metroid good though. So yeah, I think Kirby Superstar I'm a big fan of. It's probably not as good as Super Metroid, but I just had I have a lot of really nice memories growing up with it. Okay, hey guys, I'm about to do some research. I genuinely do, and if you've been around here for a while, you know I don't just like take the W because I want to win. I want to do this correctly. I really do think that we ended this with 0 kills, which is insane, but it's going to be research time. Next time I show up for some Mario Pacifist, I'll let you guys know. And also, I'll let you know, after I get done doing all of these games, and we go back and we try some stuff, we go to look some stuff over, to see if we can undo any of the kills we had to do. I'll also let you know then. I'll have a running list. So fingers crossed, this could be the first 0 kill Mario game we did. I'm happy about that. You guys are great. For real. I know I've said this, and I should have signed off a long time ago. I'm rambling. I apologize. You're all fantastic, and I appreciate you, and hopefully I see you around. Please take care of yourselves.